the reaction you got, you don't have to name the team or the coach, where he might have been disappointed that you took some information and put it out there, or you were completely off. Did you hear from any of your friends yesterday?
No, they don't like it when you're on. They're fine when you're off. They don't like it when you're on and they say, okay, well, what, like, dude, what, we had that conversation. You don't put that in your mock draft. So it's those. There were a certain coach of the Rams has never had a first round pick in his entire tenure with the Rams. And I put in the mock draft, I will go on the record and guarantee that pick will be an offensive player. Like, there's no way McVay's coming out there and drafting a safety with his first pick. He has an offensive mind. And he texted me at about 4 a.m. this morning and is like, you're putting a guarantee that I'm going to take an offensive player? And I wrote back, yes, you will take an offensive player. I'll see you night one after you take an offensive player. So a lot of this stuff is just friendly banter, but I had to trade up for the Giants to number 4 to get JJ McCarthy. And a lot of other teams, oddly enough, reached out and said, is that from Joe Shane? Is that from Brian Dable? Is that you speculating? So I think that McCarthy pick and where he ends up is very intriguing to a lot of other coaches.
Okay. How many teams are truly interested? Like, I don't understand the JJ McCarthy fan fest here, but it seems to be real that he's going to be a top 5 pick. How many teams are interested in JJ McCarthy?
I could tell you I would say that there are 3 different quarterback needy teams in this draft, the usual suspects who were very active on text chain yesterday about me going and putting him on the Giants. You can guess those teams. I won't list them, but it's one of those where, so you really don't think he'll be around at spot XYZ.
So the you can nod your head, like Vikings, Raiders. I would say the Giants are going to be in there as well. Maybe there's an outlier.
I think the 12th pick with the Broncos, they're interested in seeing which quarterbacks go. Look, if all 4 of those quarterbacks go 1, 2, 3, 4, we know Arizona's not making the pick at 4. They have Kyler Murray. That means someone felt the pressure or the need to move up to get one. And then if they don't get him at 4 and Arizona stays put and gets Marvin Harrison, then that Chargers pick at 5 becomes a feeding frenzy and they might be willing to trade back. So it's interesting. Minnesota is a wild one because they got that 23rd overall pick also. And the thought and the conventional thinking was, you package 11 and 23 and you move up to 4 or 5. That's great. They also have a ton of future first round picks. They've got a ton of picks in this draft. It all sounds great. But if you're Arizona or the Chargers and you're looking to move back, going all the way back to 11 probably crosses you off on guys like Harrison and Adunze and Neighbors and gets you out of that contention. However, the Giants at 6, you can move back 2 spots if you're Arizona and still get one of the top receivers in this draft, if not your favorite receiver in this draft, which makes the Giants, if they're really interested in getting McCarthy, the spot that I have them going and being the team that's going to make the move.